Hello everyone, welcome back to our 8th installment on retopping Groot in Maya. Um, so far we got the torso done, we got the head done, we got one of the arms done. We just have to attach in the arm, build out the leg. So I've already went through and counted the edges that are going to be my connecting edges here for Groot's arm. Um, there's 13 of them. I'm going to need 13 edges over here, and I do know that I've counted these as well, and I am one over, so I'm going to have to go through and do a little bit of an adjustment to make it to where uh, I have 13 and not 14. So um, that probably one way I can do that is grabbing one vertex. No, I don't want it to be snapping. Let's turn the live off right now. So one way I think I could do that is if I adjust this geometry to where, oops, not that one, this one here, where it kind of somewhat runs together here. So I have like this directed edge flow that kind of changes. And I'll just merge these two vertexes. That'll make it to where instead of having these two edges here, they'll just be the one. So jump back to my modeling toolkit, turn on target weld, and I'll just weld this, oops, nope, that one there to that one. There we go. So now I just lost one polygon, and that should help out with the connection here. So I gotta get this into its final position for its T-pose. Make sure his okay, that's gonna have to do. His it's probably an extreme for a T-pose for Groot, since I imagine if it was this high up that his shoulder would be raised up a little bit as well. But if we angle it down, it's not going to work out so well for our HIK system and our mocap system. So we're going to leave it as is and just kind of roll with it and see how it goes. So first thing I got to do to combine these guys is I got to select both pieces of geometry and select combine. So there's combine right here on my shelf. That's the one I use. If you want to use the menu drop downs, the top one right here underneath mesh says combine. I'm going to use them on the shelf though. Same deal. Does the same exact thing. Okay, so now I gotta start going through and target welding and whatnot. So some of this stuff here I want to stretch in. So I'll use target weld. It's kind of a long stretch here, so let's have this guy stretched over to there. That's still quite a bit. I'm going to have to even out some of this geometry for how long it's stretching. I should probably move some of this in before I start welding. So let's jump out of that tool. We'll go to edge mode and turn on soft select. Dial soft select way down. Okay, so that way, as I'm getting this a little closer, it's bringing the rest of the geometry with it. And we'll have this kind of come out a little bit to meet it. Okay, that should work. Go back to the selection tool, jumping back into my modeling toolkit, and we'll start welding it. So these don't necessarily all line up, so it might be a little bit of a strange weld. We'll do the best we can to keep the geometry from deforming, since the edges don't necessarily all line up. Looks like it'll be good. That's kind of a big one. I might have to change that a little bit. Let's see. Let's go back to the top here. Okay, that one edge there is a little bit, needs a little adjusting. There we go. Okay, that's good. Good. Let's try to lay up this face here. Let's retarget weld this guy here in. There we go. Got this little try here. I'm gonna probably have to fix it later, but for now that's okay. We'll want to kind of smooth out some of this geometry, how it kind of runs into this. Let's have tries on maybe that tries on both sides. It's just one triangle, I think. Okay, so it's just that one. Let's see if I can. See if that. No, that's going to create another triangle. Well, look. Yeah, see, maybe not. No, that won't work. Okay. I was going to say if I deleted those ones, but then I would have a 5-side one there. I'm going to leave that for right now. I'll fix that triangle after the fact. Okay, so let's look at this guy here. We just gotta smooth out this little bit of geometry here because it's kind of bunching up right here. So I'm going to use the sculpt tool and just holding down shift. It's just so if you're curious where I got the sculpt tool at, it's underneath mesh tools here, sculpt geometry tool, and I'm just pressing shift to just kind of relax in the geometry where it's bunching up. Okay. Be real light when you're doing this, otherwise you'll end up smoothing out your geometry too much, and you'll lose that definition you're getting from your retopping. So just be careful on what you're doing. Okay, so let's also delete off half this geometry now because now we have the arm and we don't need this side over here. So that was a clean cut. If you want to remirror it, just mirror geometry again. Now we got both arms in. That's good. So now all we gotta do is create the legs. So we gotta still retop the legs. So we're gonna jump back into our retop and start getting going on that. So open up my channel box. I'm gonna add this to my resurface. Add selected objects. Turn that off. Turn back on my scan, and we'll get going here again. Make this live again. So there we go. Turn on modeling toolkit. Turn on quad draw, and we're ready to get busy again. So just go ahead and drop in a few quads just or to get the initial edge flow going here. Alright, that's fairly good. Maybe I'll drop one more in here just to hopefully capture that how his hips here are kind of got that little, I don't know, bony area. It's kind of what it looks like to me, but that's not quite the right word I'm looking for. But adding a little bit of geometry in there, you can capture that rise. Okay, so that was good. So now I'll go ahead and start dropping down into his lower leg. Just drop that loop in there because you need a little bit more geometry to catch up to the top here. It's being stubborn. Okay. There we go. Being very stubborn. Just wants a little more geometry. That's okay. We'll add a little more geometry in there. Alright. Keep on working down here. Let's get down to the knee. Alright, come on. There we go. not a whole lot of explanation is really necessary what I'm doing here. I'm just, you know, following the edge flow down. It'd be nice if I could just extrude this, just keep pulling it down and just follow the live surface. If it would work like that, that would, yeah, make my job a lot easier. But nope, that's not going to work. So we'll just keep on quad drawing it down. Make sure I got enough geometry going on here for his foot, because these are some big feet. They all need to retain that shape. So okay, so I got a bunch of geometry on the side here. I'm going to route some of this over to the front so that I can use it to help define the toes. There we go. Okay, so I think I have enough geometry now routed over here to where I can capture all this. Okay, that's looking decent. Only got a couple minutes left, so I gotta button up what I can. Alright, so that part of the leg's done at almost 20 minutes, so let's just see if I can run this down to the back of the heel here, and then I will have to probably pick up this lesson, pick up the foot on the next lesson, and I'll have it attached in, and we'll finish up our model. So okay. I'm not going to make toes, so I mean there's going to be toes, but I'm not going to make them like I did the fingers to where they're all to find phalange type fingers so that I can animate them. I mean, they'll be able to roll and all, but I'm not going to make them to where they can wiggle up and down like they have an advanced control rig. So just a little geometry and move around. Okay, we're at 21 minutes, so I got the bottom part of the foot done. In the next lesson, I'll finish up the bottom foot, and then we'll connect to the body, and we'll stitch in the head on the retop, and hopefully we'll be done in the next lesson. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.